Welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4 Old World Blues. Today we're doing West Coast, a sub-mod of the mod called Courier 6 Redux. Sorry. I'll have a link down below of the creator and their page for Steam Workshop. So this is through New Vegas, and we get to play as the Courier, possibly. We'll see how it goes. Hope you're all doing well today. So right here, New Vegas, Average Joe, let's go. This mod allows you to have more of a impact on the areas around you, and there's also some extra stuff if you decide to switch or pick certain events. Please like and subscribe and comment, please. So first thing we're doing, Judgment Day. In 2065, House predicted that a nuclear exchange between the US and China would take place within the next 15 years, and decided to put all of this resources into protecting his home city of Las Vegas. He had his own hotel, the Lucky 38 Casino, fitted with radar jamming systems, missile arrays, and a laser defense network, and life support systems. You get the event, The Great War. Do our research, of course, because you know what I'm going to pick. Excuse me. Please let me know if the video is coming in okay for you guys. I had to change the resolution. I don't know if it's going to be as pleasing as before. So we're going to do some resistor.
Visitors will be held responsible for the behavior of any non-human sapients in the company now.
That's funny. Yeah, screw it. We're gonna be just doing this for the beginning. Good to see you. Oh yeah, we're also a trade node, so we get money in the beginning, which is also good for some of the mods I have on here. Let's go speed up. The Great War. There was only one constant in Vegas, and it was change. I almost fully prepared to prevent the apocalypse from touching my desert jewel, but without the platinum chip, I couldn't stop every missile. It's pretty much playing asteroid defender on his roof. I prioritized protecting the suburbs in the few seconds I had to spare. My laser defense targeted missiles headed towards the military industry. Get the civilian factories up because we could build the military factories. If you go too far into military factories, you can't build anything else and you just stagnate. You get early military equipment, but I'm not in a quick war right now. So, incomplete operating system. Following the valiant defense of New Vegas, House was thrown into a violent coma, and the majority of his data and robots found themselves corrupted and inoperable for the following decades. Silent protectors incapable of movement or thought. When House returned to consciousness, he had choices to make. Did he dare attempt to salvage his more advanced OS, or did he simply fall back into a stable version? I wonder what he meant by valiant defense, like in terms of missile defense, because I want to know the point at which he got into that damn tube. Skip. Unstable system. Without the platinum chip, I couldn't upgrade my Securitron or the defenses. Numerous power cuts, rampant data corruption, and a coma were the result of my failure. I was faced with the painful choice: reusing an older and very stable version of my pre-war OS, or attempting to salvage and use an incomplete OS, which was designed to be more capable at addressing wasteland threats. Keep it simple, stupid. What works fucking works. So use the old shit. I reinstated my much older and stable version of my OS, so you get research speed and division organization. If you take a risk, you lose 10%, you lose 3%, but you get a little more powerful sentry robots. Yeah, to hell with that. I want higher research speed. 3 families. Of course there are. House hoped to rebuild the world, and to do so he had to start by rebuilding his beloved Vegas. He began with 3 great casinos that once rivaled his own Lucky 38, going out to find groups suitable for such establishments, those who could easily control and bring Vegas the moxie it's going to need in the future. And we'll get the event selecting the pawns. Well, if your casino was actually open. These are quick. Selecting the pawns. Before the war, Las Vegas was a city of dreams where fortunes were won and lost in an instant. To recapture that feeling and reap the profits, to draw a crowd across the wasteland to the bright neon lights. I need to reopen the casino, and they needed families to run them. Vegas shall become the shining jewel of humanity's future. You have a rival. Hello. I really want a game to revisit that. New Vegas. The process of rebuilding Vegas didn't happen quickly, and between spending money hunting for his precious platinum chip and micromanaging the families of the Strip, House has found himself more than occupied. Despite this, he did not find the time and money to invest in Vegas itself. I mean, New Vegas has been running even before... New Reno has been running before New Vegas, because you saw New Reno in Fallout 2. And it was growing. Reopening Gomorrah. My first priority in my quest to rebuild Vegas was to wrest control of the city back from the dregs who squatted in it for centuries. The outskirts could wait. The immediate area surrounding the Lucky 38, the coveted Vegas Strip, which is pretty much Fremont Street, was fiercely contested by 2 tribes. Both Stitherkin and the Great Khans had a focus on the drugs, and their shared business made them competitors and enemies. It was clear to me that I could not have chosen one group over the other and desired to unite the rest. The claim for the city for myself. The initial proposition to a group became lukewarm. They were the prideful Great Khans, rejecting me outright. The Stitherkin dubious to my intentions. Then the fiercest fighting between them began, and I saw my opportunity. No doubt the tribe of my choosing would see reason after the Securitrons ejected them from Vegas. Permanently. I desired a criminal element within Vegas to grease the palms and run my black market smoothly in the property, like the mafia used to before the atom. However, even if I saved the Great Khans, I risked splitting them into two thanks to their stubborn Papa Khan. And as for Slitherkin, while they might have seemed more agreeable than the Great Khans, they were all the much more slippery. Their envious eyes had said it all. Ultimately, I made the decision. Fuck the Khans. Slitherkin were incredibly dangerous, and that's why I liked them. So we get the Emeritus. Because New Vegas is all based off of Fremont Street pre-Las Vegas Strip that we have today. Reopening the Ultra-Luxe. After dealing with the largest confrontation Vegas had seen in decades, I wielded my newfound influence to great effect. Following my display of power, many disenfranchised groups began approaching me for support. While others made known their opposition to my actions, for better or worse, I was making a name for myself with the Mojave. Of all the groups that became known to me, 2 piqued my interest at this time. The Fiends, and a group whose name is better left unsaid. The former of the 2 were vicious raiders, drug addicts, and utter savages. Their leader, Motor Runner, and the kind of criminal intelligence about him, and had reigned supreme in Vegas, ruined southern portion for years. However, despite their reputation for violence, the latter group was just as abhorrent, if not more so. Cannibals, that's what they were, devourers of the human body, forbidden fruit. They squatted in Vegas' peak of refinement, the Ultra-Luxe, and hid from the Mojave at large. I had a clear choice. Either I could beat the cannibals out of my neighbors, or had the Fiends show them how delectable their own innards were. The choice was simple. I'm gonna base this off of New Vegas more, so I'm gonna choose the white gloves. I uplifted the damned to become my white gloves. My New Vegas was slowly coming together despite my early awakening, but decisions were made. I could either focus on my attention on creating a rich inner Vegas and a poor free side, or I could attempt to include all of Vegas in my grand vision. I'm going to do, because I could build after that. Inner Vegas was my priority. It was predicted to make the most profit. And without that, I mean, although you can't bleed everyone dry. Although people don't know that. Okay, we're good there. Reopening the Tops. After cleaning up the Ultra-Luxe for better or for worse, I had one casino to staff the Tops. In its prime, the Tops was the place for the respectable middle-class working man. It did not offer carnal pleasures like its neighbor, Gomorrah, nor was there drinks as expensive as cigars like the Ultra-Luxe. It was a place where the stakes were low and the drinks were hard, and the stage was populated with class acts. My Vegas needed that, a place for common people, and to recreate that feeling of comfort, I need a classic crew. I wish Vegas today was like that. Thankfully, Vegas has no shortage of suave individuals looking to shortchange their fellow man. Two groups stuck out to me from amongst the rest, the Boot Riders and the Kings. The former was a tribe of nomads who at first glance had nothing to do with the Pompadour and Big Band. However, an upstart among their ranks, Benny, was looking to shake things up and moderate the group. On the other hand, although it was rambunctious and rowdy, the Kings were already everything I needed and more. Their stubborn leader might have refused to bow his head once, but perhaps my offer wasn't good enough. It was time for a swing to make a comeback. Despite being a snake, Benny's intelligence proved irresistible. Or the King oozed old world style. The choice was simple. So you get negative political power, which that's a bad idea. We're gonna get Benny. We'll deal with him later. We'll do the Sunnyvale expedition. 2 centuries ago, the platinum chip was lost to Sunnyvale during the Great War. It cost me, Mr. House, greatly. He has sent many scavenger teams to find it as soon as possible. Where's Sunnyvale? That was in the boneyard. Yeah, I thought it was over here somewhere. Wow, that was a lot of reading. See, right here, they don't show you yet, but you'll get it eventually, is the tourist trade. Both Vegas and Reno consider themselves the greatest tourist destinations of the wasteland. While House may be proud of his heights as Vegas, Reno has been serving California for decades. Through a series of ad campaigns, the two cities of the sin will conquer the pockets of the wasteland. Currently, New Vegas has less than 1,000 tourists, while New Reno has more than 1,000 tourists. If you get above New Reno, you get a bonus. The Rusty Hooks are getting their ass kicked. They start the game off at war with Caesar. Sunnyvale Expedition. Finally, after all these years, the platinum chip was found in Sunnyvale by Mr. House's hired scavengers. In order for it to reach Vegas without delay, the Mojave Express was contracted immediately to deliver different packages between multiple couriers. With only one carrying chip, the rest will carry dummy packages to throw off any wastelander miscreants. A PDQ 88B unit named Victor has been assigned to place the order at the Mojave Express office in Prim and ensure that the courier with the chip arrives safely. Ah, Prim. What a beautiful little tiny town. It's on the border of California and Vegas. And it used to have a few casinos. It only has like one now. Which is actually doing a special for the Good Springs Fallout celebration that's occurring in November. I can't go, but anyway, I wouldn't stay in Prim anyway. Fuck that. They used to have a roller coaster running there. They closed down the casino that had the those two robbers. in their car that was all shut up. I forgot their names. I always stay at Treasure Island if I go. 'Cause Treasure Island is the nicest damn casino I've been in Vegas. Like, in terms of price and convenience, and especially where it's located. Because there's a road there that, for their parking, that when you pull out of, it doesn't push you right onto the strip where there's the most traffic. It pushes you onto a lateral road, not like perpendicular road that allow you to go to the strip if you need to, or go towards where the sphere is, or you could go to the highway next to it, which I don't think I think that's a 15. And from there you could get anywhere you want. Literally, you could go from TI, Treasure Island is called, to Good Springs in 30 minutes. Courier 6. After setting up delivery contracts with the Mojave Express, a Securitron Victor was assigned by Mr. House to monitor the courier, carrying the real package containing the chip. Oh, okay. I'm going to hold off on this because I want it to be kind of coincide with the date. So I'm going to work on other things. I could do side bets, but this is more like after things are done. We could do this part, Kickstarting Vegas. Or we could do this. Yeah, we'll do this one. There are dozens of little shops, smaller casinos decorating Vegas, and among them, an insurmountable number of poor and impoverished people. Funding those shops so that they might employ these people would help to kickstart that little economy that isn't dependent on tourism we have. I agree. I do like the updates to Old World Blues that they've done, that they've changed a lot of, because it used to be this shit, used to be right here, you'd have to click through. When you go back to some older videos, you'd see that. So we got that going. So let's do Michelangelo's workshop. If you remember that, that's that little workshop that was working on all those signs. Now, I personally have not been able to go to the sign graveyard, but I really do want to go sometime. You have to schedule it. I've been to the Mob Museum, which is cool. There's a particular man who settles Vault 21, a capable electrician who has a passion for art rather than a practical application. Vegas can learn a thing or two from this vault dweller and use his talents for making our signs as flashy as they can be. See, Vegas used to be like the casinos used to be spread out a lot more, but you had a Fremont Street, and then they separated for building. You still have the Stratosphere in the building, but you don't walk to that bitch. Hell no. No. If you want to get mugged, that's what you do. Oh, we gotta put up Mr. New Vegas. Me again, Mr. New Vegas. Remind you that you're nobody till somebody loves you. And that somebody is me. I love you. Wayne Newton was amazing for doing this. He's still alive. And he performed last year in a little club in Vegas. He is still Mr. Vegas for me. KS in the Nevada territories. Fuck him. They usurped him and tried to make a new Mr. Vegas. That guy failed really fucking fast. They plastered him on all of the boards and shit. Yeah, let's start working on these guys. Gomorrah. Where the Strip's other casinos were refined, the Gomorrah is a rough around the edges and coarse. As it offers sleazy sex for sale, top of the list attractions is prostitution, then booze and drugs, and finally gambling. Hell yeah. If I started talking to you about what Vegas is now in terms of that, I'd probably get a code of conduct or something like that violation on the YouTube. Because it's still very... it's still very much there. It's just a little different, and it's gotten a little chaotic in the last few years. Definitely during COVID. I'll try to sprinkle in what little I know in a non-strikeable offense way. It's not openly available, the sale of people for not Jesus Christ, not people. Fuck. Sale of love. The Omertas, a highly organized and deadly group of mobsters. The Omertas control the Gomorrah casino, a sleazy vice den of grand scale, and as such embodiment the ruthless exploitation beneath the glitz and glamour of the strip's neon signs. Do you see who that is? Right there, that picture. That's Nicky Thompson's brother from Boardwalk Empire. How am I on Securitrons? We'll start building another set. Jesus Christ. Alright, let's start getting some... See, we lost a lot of our money, so they have 4,000. We're not going to do very good. So we're going to hire criers. That will take 25 days. We have 41 days left. That will take... We only have 41 days. 50. Yeah, we won't get anything. We'll have to wait till the next one. Oh, we can't do this because Nero has not acted. So we'll go through these and we'll activate these advisors as we go. The Tops. The Tops offers a Las Vegas experience with cool, hip fun, and the macho posturing to entice those of a sense of style. This is a place for manly men with a dame on each arm, and the people that run it are just as ritzy. Yeah, Wayne Newton, so he said that his kids loved Fallout, so that's why he definitely went for it. I wish they would have had him in the TV show for something. I mean, I don't know. We still haven't got to the second season. That's going to be in a few months. He's too old to do voice acting again. Maybe you'll hear his voice. Maybe. I'm hoping. There was this really funny commercial where it was during the old Call of Duty days, and you had Zachary Levi from Chuck playing against several other stars. One was Snoop Dogg, and he was beating Snoop Dogg for a little bit. And then Snoop Dogg says, "Oh yeah, Chuck," and then he says, "Yeah, I'm Chuck, and then they are all getting their ass kicked, and they finally they reveal who the person who kicked their ass, and it's Wayne Newton in a robe, and he just drops his controller like he was dropping the mic. Oh, that was pretty funny. The Chairman. The Chairman embodied an ancient, cool aesthetic of Vegas, plucking from Mr. House's historical databanks, molded to be the slickest cats in town. The Chairman had become more than wannabe gangsters. They had become the genuine article. Dangerous men playing dangerous games. The only thing that's legal now is gambling in Vegas and booze, and it's lame, honestly. The only thing that made Vegas Vegas was the fact it was all illegal or not on the books, and nobody cared. Uh-oh. Completed. Whatever. We're gonna buy signs, launch a small campaign, bring the tourists to us. God, I hope that's not broken. That would suck if that's broken. The Ultra-Luxe. The Ultra-Luxe is established of incredibly refined that delicately concealed its operators' more questionable tendencies. There are none who can contest the idea that that is the classiest place on the strip. Oh, there, no, it's working. It's working. I was worried there for a second. Welcome. Securitron AI. North Phoenix. I mean, we'd trade with everyone. Some people still say it's run by the mob, although I don't think so, because the mob's not the mob anymore. The White Glove Society. The White Glove Society has come a long way from the traditional cannibal roots. With fancy masks and jazzy suits, they hope to make people forget what they once were by simply becoming something else entirely. Oh yeah, we have just a few, but let's get Nero. We get more resources, but we can't do the next one until we get more political power. So if you remember, or if you know, the mob used to be heavy into all of American politics. Like, they got Kennedy elected, kind of thing. Philip. That's from, or Swank. I thought we'd get Marjorie. Oh, that's her. Okay. Political power gain. Oh, I'll take that. So we know addiction for sale. Jet sells, sex sells, and mentet sell. Everything vice they tell you that you're not supposed to have in life sells damn well. And there is no doubt as to which the Bastion of Vice is the best place to get it on the strip. That's why those kind of things have to be sold by classy men, or else it gets really dirty really fast. There was an occurrence earlier this year in Portland, Oregon, of a whole block of a street in East Portland of that just being walking girls and prostitution rings just out in the fucking open, that it took independent journalists to bring it to everyone's attention through social media, and the city and state didn't give a crap because it's inconvenient for them, and they only got involved and shut it down when everyone started talking about it. Yeah, bring the False Apocalypse. We'll give them that Mormon fort. You ever ask, why would Mormons need a fort? Well, look at history on that one. You'll see why really quickly. Alright, so we got Mobster Army. The Americans are always packing heat, explosives, and thousands of other nasty things. When push comes to shove, they are the closest thing to any New Vegas family has to an army. Countless men look to prove themselves. We get 2 arms workshops, which is great. We need to get some caravan, but that'll prep them for that. All right, we have that going, that's still going. Mobster Army. All right, let's get on this one. So, wealthy contacts. The White Glove Society treats with the best and wealthiest people from all across the wasteland, be they barons from the Republic, visiting gangsters from New Reno, or the lone wanderer with its fortune to throw at the slots. New Reno is still full of gangsters in this universe. They pretty much run New Reno because you have Mr. Bishop and all those other guys there. If you played Fallout 2, you meet with like all of them. Not so much gangsters in New Vegas, but more gangsters there. And then they in this Old World Blues, they sprinkle out. You see like some in the Florida that came from New Reno, and you see some over here, like the Triggermen from Fallout 4, that kind of thing. All right, so who do we need to start this part? We need Benny. Where's Benny? Right there. Yeah. We'll set up Benny there. The divide is the divide. Although it having men is pretty funny. Okay, they did them dirty in this Old World Blues. That nobody did anything for them. Although, what can you really do? You're this, like, tiny little state against a NCR that's going to invade you in the next few years. Good luck fucking holding it. Wealthy context. Oh no. In a stark rejection of the trends of millennial rising militarism, the corruption within the NCR, President Kimball has been removed from office following a vote of no confidence by the NCR Senate. Starting as an investigation into the Navarro crisis, Kimball's support base has rapidly whittled away to a series of dramatic Senate hearings which expose the corruption, unchecked imperialism, and widespread nepotism that has occurred under his term. As the leader of the opposition, Boneyard Senator Allgood Murphy has been selected in the Senate to serve as president for the remainder of the term. Time will tell if the newly inaugurated President Murphy will be able to deliver an ambitious anti-corruption platform before the onset of 2278 federal elections. That's why you have a vice president, and the vice president should always be the second runner-up. Or, as they did for Washington, it was George Washington and John Adams, and then when John Adams became president, it was John Adams and Thomas Jefferson, because he was on the opposite party running. Alright, we'll pick this one. Abandoned cannibalism, because that's never a good thing. What kind of savage eats a man? The White Glove Society is beyond that. Reformed a proper group of wastelanders with the noblest of intentions, garnering as much wealth as possible from the wealthiest clientele. Like in New Vegas, if you go to Mr. Bishop retains, yeah, of course you would. If you go to Mr. House as the Courier 6 and you sell to him, by the way, the White Gloves are eating people again. He has a fucking conniption. He's like, you have full authority to take care of him any way you wish. Thank you. Followers. By the way, build me a civilian. Damn you. Alrighty, we have a fourth one. Hell yeah. How good is our units, by the way, for that? 75 and 28. Really good, actually, for this time. We don't even have the chip yet. They don't have missile launchers yet. Here, let's do this one in the next episode. So I'm going to end it here. So right now, we are just little New Vegas settling ourselves in. We got NCR's about to fucking fall into pieces or elect someone else. And Caesar's Legion is doing its thing. They haven't gone after the Bondelay Ranchers yet. They probably will soon. Linnaeus has already pushed that far. He's got the executives left. They're fighting over there. This part of Nevada is always in chaos. Vault City is run by the security guy. New Reno is run by Mr. Bishop. And Navarro is still in crisis between NCR and She people. So, thank you so much for watching today. I'll see you guys next time. Please like, subscribe, and comment, please. Have a good rest of your day, and ta-ta.